Let's give you a grade 11 maths question. So here you've got a straight line and a circle centered at -1, comma 2. Your job is to find the radius of a circle such that this line is tangent to that circle. Remember, tangent means it just touches it once. This is not a tangent when there are two solutions. Sometimes a line could be like this, there's no solution. But a tangent would imply that there's only one solution between the intersection of the line and the circle. So find r, the radius of a circle, such that this line is tangent to the circle. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, set up your circle. So your circle would be x squared plus y squared equals r squared, and our job is to find r. But the thing is, we want to move it across by 1 and then up by 2. So our circle would be like this. Move it across by 1, so that would be plus 1. And then move it up by 2 in the y direction would be y minus 2 squared equals r squared. Our job is to find r. Now at this point, the y will be the same, so you can put this into this y here. So it will then become x squared plus 1 squared plus, put it into the y, so that would be 4x minus 2 all squared. That minus 2 is this one here. That minus 2 is this one here. Equals r squared. And let me think. Now let me let's multiply this out. So when you multiply this out, this will then become x squared. I'm going to do this in one go. Plus 2x and then plus 1. So that's the first part done. Plus, single number, merge them together. So really that's minus 4. So multiply this out now. That will then become 16. I'm going to do this in one go. So 16 squared, and then you've got 16x squared, and then you've got plus 16x minus 16x, and then minus 16x over here, and then you've got plus 16. If you were to multiply this out, 4x minus 4x times by its exact same self. So this times this will then give you 16x squared. This times this will then give you minus 16x. And then this times this will then give you another 16x, and then this times this will give you positive 16 equals this thing here, r squared. So remember, we are trying to find r. And it will make sense later on. At the moment, you don't know what you're doing at the moment. Let's just tidy this up. Later on, it will make sense. So x squared. So that becomes 17 x squared. And then you've got x and x here. So that would be minus 32, 32x and plus 2x over here. So that would be minus 30x. And then, so we are just tidying this thing up. And then single number, merge them together. So that would then be 17 plus 17 equals r squared. So now to solve a quadratic, you would get everything to equal 0. So let's take away r squared from both sides. So that would then become minus r squared equals 0. And this is a quadratic form because x squared, x constant. This is actually a single number. You can merge them in effect. So now divide everything by. Now use the quadratic equation. Remember, Sometimes when someone gives you a quadratic, there could be no solution. Sometimes there could be one solution. Sometimes there could be two solutions. So the way you tell is by looking at the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula would be x equals minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac. I'm expecting you to know this, over 2a. So if there's no solution, then the discriminant will be a negative. If there's one solution, the discriminant would be 0. But the thing is, we want the discriminant to be 0 because we want only one solution. Because if the radius of the circle is too big, you can see there are two solutions. If the radius of the circle is small, then there's no solution. There is no intersection. If the radius is too big, if the radius is the right size, then there will be exactly one solution. So we want the discriminant to be 0. That implies that there's only one intersection. So you would check this thing here. Let's work out this quantity b squared. This is our b here. This is our b here. So that would be minus 30 squared, and then let me think. And then minus 4a is 17. C, don't forget this is our C here. This quantity here is our C, times 17 minus r squared equals, and we demand this to be 0. If we can demand this to be 0, then we know there's only one solution. If we can demand this to be 0, then there's only one solution. So now you would jump to a calculator and then make r the subject. And I'm going to leave it here. I'm expecting you to be able to solve this. So square this and blah, blah, blah. Rearrange it so that r equals a number. And that represents the radius of a circle such that there's only one solution. Okay, so I'm going to leave this bit here to you.